Good afternoon. Welcome to my daily Facebook Live message, my broadcast. This time back in the home office after 4 days away. Oh my God. So weird. Okay. Thanks for joining me. My name is Barry Selby. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. I'm also a passionate champion for the divine feminine. And to be totally transparent, I'm kind of basking in the afterglow of an incredible weekend serving a group of women and having an incredible feeling of service and connection. So that's still running through my veins, as it were. If you haven't seen my broadcast before, I do these every day, and they're called Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. This is number 313 in an ongoing series. Yes, I'm going to go for the full year at least, probably more than that. It seems like it's going to keep going because more content keeps showing up, and today's topic is no different. So today's topic is for both genders, although I tend to speak towards women, towards the feminine. So that is something that you may get in the flavor of what I'm talking about, but I want to just get to that now. So the topic today is stop blaming others for your dating woes. Do something. And I don't necessarily mean stop blaming other people, but stop blaming other circumstances, other reasons, because you may be somebody like this. I'll give you an example, and you can then see if that resonates for you or not. You don't have to tell me. Just consider it for yourself, and then I'll offer some solutions. So if you're someone who is scared of dating because they've had some really bad experiences in the past, where if you're a woman, if you're a straight woman, let me qualify this completely, and you go out with a man who disrespects you, and it's the same as the guy did that before, I understand how you feel, but to blame men in general for your dating woes isn't appropriate. If you're someone who has struck out many times on Tinder or Match.com or Facebook even, blaming those apps is not going to get you what you want. So maybe you want to do something different. If you're someone who has been out on blind dates so many times through friends and had nothing but bad luck, blaming your friends isn't going to solve things. The common denominator in all of these scenarios I'm throwing out there is you. The one person who is consistent and constant within this whole conversation is you. So basically, if you're feeling a bit frustrated and you're having some shame, upset, blame other people for what's going wrong, I'm not saying blame yourself, but I am suggesting you stop blaming other people, because the only way you're going to make changes and have action steps that change everything is to make changes inside yourself. Pointing different directions isn't helping this, so I'll just explain what I mean. So, if you're having repeated experiences that aren't working for you, that's an indication, that's a signal, that's a message for you. And if you're someone who has repeatedly stated how bad things are out there, that's a clue that maybe you're actually setting up that result for yourself automatically by saying, everything's bad, so I'm not going to bother because everything's going to look bad, and so you start manifesting bad situations. Now, I just gave you a whole piece of the puzzle right there, which is what you tend to state tends to happen. So first of all, be really clear about what it is you're saying about your experiences. And this is true for everything, not just relationships or dating. But just be aware that you tend to find that what you experience in the world, rather, is a reflection of what you've been saying out loud or to your friends or even to yourself over the last months, years, or whatever it's been. So first of all, watch your language. I don't mean it like, watch your language, I don't mean swearing. I mean, watch what you're saying to yourself and to other people about your experience in that arena, if it's that the area you're working on. This, again, is true also for money. This is true for work, employment, relationships, all areas. So this point I'm talking about here in relationship is applicable everywhere. That's one thing. Second point, is if you're someone who has been scared of getting into a relationship again because you blame all the men you've dated that really screwed you over, I'd like to suggest a different possibility. And that one is the deeper answer, or the deeper statement, or the deeper consideration. Is it possible, and I know the answer, you may not know the answer, is it possible that the same experience that keeps happening with your past relationship partners could somehow be based upon your own history? Is it possible? If you say anything other than yes, you're wrong. Meaning that the answer is yes. Anything that you're experiencing repeatedly in your relationship experiences, in your dating life, in any of that arena, comes back to you. Oh my God. Oh dear. Now what to do? So this is the thing that most people are scared of. That's why I'm giving this insight, because you may be done with this paradigm. You may be fed up with this complaining, blaming, and upset experience, and you're willing to face the truth. So if that's you, keep watching. If you're not willing to face the truth and you're too scared to cross that line, and you want to stay in the safety of blame and judgment, stop watching now. Your choice. I'm not in control of this. You are. And you're also in control of what happens to your future. So if you're still watching, good. And I hope you're going to take this to heart. The power you have over every relationship is actually a lot more than you may have suspected. The choices in partnership you make are largely predicated upon what you believe to be true about yourself. And this is obviously true about everything. Well, I hope it's true about it. I hope it's obviously true, because it might not be for you, but now it is, hopefully clearer, that you create a reality by what you say. But it's more than what you say. It's what you think. Actually, it's more than what you think. Yes, another layer. It's what you believe. Now, this is something that's come up for me a lot of times over the years. I've talked about it before recently, but I want to give it another angle on it, because I want to keep getting this point home, because so many of you are not seeing this point. At least you haven't said anything about it, or reached out for support, or had some changes. So this hopefully will be a reminder to nudge you into taking action to support yourself. The beliefs you run are not just the beliefs that you say, oh, I believe this and this, I believe in that, I believe in God, whatever these things are for yourself. These beliefs are actually programming. If you didn't know, when you work with a computer, using a quick analogy, it tends to operate based upon the program it's in it. Logically. It doesn't make up its own mind, do something different and unique, because it decides it's not going to follow the programming. It doesn't do that. It follows the programming automatically. What you put in is what you get out. It's the way I used to be a computer programmer, so I know this. If I put in computer programs that didn't work, it wasn't because the computer was wrong, it's because what I wrote was wrong. I had to fix it, and then the computer would work properly. So my programmings will influence the computer doing the right job. And in the case of what I was working on when I was working in computer programming, the mainframes back in the early 80s, with stock control and bookkeeping systems, the results we got out were directly related to what we programmed at the front end. What's it got to do with relationships, you wonder? Everything. As I said before, in the programming of computers, what you get out is 100% based upon what you put on the front end. If those calculations aren't set up right, the results that come out are going to be wrong. How this relates to you and your love life is your subconscious mind is the computer. That was a leap, I know. Your subconscious mind is like a computer. And the thing about it is the programming that's in there hasn't been changed in decades. If you're 40 years old, for example, the program that's in your computer, your subconscious mind, has not changed in roughly 35 years. If you're 30, about 25 years. If you're 50, about 45 years. You start to get a theme here. What I'm saying is, the programming that went into your subconscious mind that set up the program in the first place was installed around the time when you were 5 years old. If you remember back to when you're 5 years old, you may not remember your dating choices at that point. You would have done, because you didn't have any. What happened when you're 5 years old wasn't that you go, okay, when I'm an adult, I'm going to choose this relationship choice. I'm going to meet these sort of people and have this sort of experience, and I'm going to have it this way. Because if you did, you would have changed your mind right away, because you know the results you're getting right now are probably not working for you. No. In fact, what happened when you're 5 years old isn't that you programmed your subconscious about relationships. You actually didn't program it yourself. Oh my God, what do you mean? What I mean is that program that went into your subconscious, that computerized program as it were, to create the results, was installed by somebody else. Yes, somebody else wrote your programming, but not intentionally. This is the funny, strange, bizarre, unspoken part. That programming that was put into your awareness was actually put in by you based upon the experience you watched around you. So you looked outside your little existence and saw the adults around you, particularly your parents, doing what they do in life, and you're making some subconscious notes in a way. So imagine you have a little secretary in your subconscious mind taking notes and jotting down things, going, this is the rules, this is the rules, this is the rule. And what you're doing is you're putting into your subconscious mind these programs based on what you see around you as a kid. But as a kid, you don't have any delineation, any clear-cut understanding of how life works. So you take on what's around you as the law, the rules, the way it is. Because you believe, as a 5-year-old, that your parents know what they're doing. That's what we all do. So you don't have the discernment at that age to stop putting in programming that you've taken on from what you're watching your parents do. Let me say another way just to get that last point home. As a 5-year-old, you observe and witness the way the world is around you. And without any filter, any discernment, any delineation, you say, that's the way life is, then I'm going to copy that. But this is not conscious at all. This is all subconscious. So your programming is being put in place subconsciously without you having an awareness to it. And then 10, 20, 30, 45 years later, your adult beingness is run by that program. And so your relationship patterns, your relationship choices, your relationship experiences are 99% fueled by the programming you put in place when you're young. And like a computer, if the programming you have at the front end doesn't do what it wanted to do, I should say, back it up a second. Sorry, if you have a computer, if the results you're getting out of the computer, sorry, wrong way around that side, that's better, yeah. If the computer, remember I had using my stage of the screen, if your computer is putting out results that you don't like, that don't do what you want, it ain't the computer's fault. It's the programming at the front end that came in. And in your experience, if the results of your relationship choices sucks, doesn't work for you, don't blame your relationship partners. Don't blame yourself. Be aware that it's a program you put in at the beginning that caused that. That programming is running perfectly naturally because that's the way you've set it in motion. Now, here's the good news. That programming can be rewritten. Yes, you can actually change your choices of relationship, even years later after that was first installed. The question, of course, is how, and the other question is when. How it can be done is by changing the wiring you have inside about the beliefs you run. That's part of my work in my coaching. And it's part of the deep work that has to be done anyway. Whoever you see, however you do it, that will take you back to that point in time where the program is put in place and you rewrite the programming so that results become out of the computer, out of the results you put in, results this side. The results you get at this side will change because you change the program on the front end. That's something I specialize in, as I mentioned. The second part is when. Is how many times are you going to go through the same relationship experience and not make that change? You're not condemned to have the same relationship experience again and again and again until you die. Not if you don't want to. You can actually change it. And the only way it's going to change is to actually make a choice to change the programming so you can get a different result. I hope this is making sense. I've tried this different ways and I'll really get this one across to you. The way to start with this way, at least in my world, because you're watching my video in my world, is to have a conversation with me. I offer a complimentary conversation, I have a complimentary clarity conversation that I offer as my gift, which will help you clarify what this is about. This piece I'm talking about is a deep piece of the work. And if you want to find out more about how it works, I suggest you reach out for a free conversation with me. Complimentary, my gift, as in, doesn't cost you anything, just half an hour of your time. If you want to really find out what's going on in your life and you want to change it, go to my website, which is barryselby.com, and you click on Let's Chat, which is where you can sign up for a complimentary clarity conversation, my gift to you. If nothing else, it may give you some insight to where you've been, where you want to go, and how to change it. If you want to work with me, great, but you don't have to. This is purely my gift to you and it's my service. I think that's it. That's the summarization. That's the bottom line. If you haven't seen my broadcast before, this is number 313 in an ongoing series of talks called Messages to the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. You can find all of these on my website, which is barryselby.com, as I mentioned, and you click on the video blog to watch them there. Also on my business page on Facebook, which is barryselby.author, and also on my YouTube channel, which is Barry Selby, and the playlist is Messages for the Masculine. If this strikes a chord for you and want to get some help, reach out to me. If you know somebody should watch this because they are running really screwy programming, please share it with them. And your homework tonight, yes, give homework every day, is to consider for yourself. Yes. You're welcome, Marsha. Yes, I look forward to talking to you soon. We will talk. Your homework, almost off track there, is to sit and look at your past relationships. Yes, this is going to be homework. Look at your past 10, 20 years of relationships. If you've been dating a long time, or even if you had a marriage in some relationships, and notice the common threads. Notice the common experiences, because those common threads, those common experiences, those common results are the results of your programming. Yes, they are. And when you start looking at that and you get some realizations, you might want to reach out to me. So remember this video and come back and check it out again. I think that'll give you the answers you need. Thanks for watching and thanks for being with me as always. I wish you well. Please share this out with somebody else who might need this. I'll see you again tomorrow, as usual. Take care of yourself. I'll see you again soon. Bye.